Hey, what is going on, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Success Center? I'm John Carissimo, and you're here for our weekly episode of Ask the Instructor, where today we're talking about practice questions and how they can help you pass your exam, but only if they're used correctly. But, maybe while you're here, maybe why you want to give us this time of day is we've got something special that we've never done before on Ask the Instructor or any of our live streams that we've done. We're giving away our question simulator. Now, if you don't want to worry about the giveaway, if you want to just go buy the question simulator, check out questionsimulator.com. It'll only cost you $87. But if you want to save yourself $87 and maybe win this question simulator, here are the rules. You've got to like, you've got to comment, and you've got to share this post, this stream. So like, comment, and share. Do it on Facebook. If you're watching on one of the other platforms, make sure you do it on Facebook. You have to like, comment, and share the Facebook post, Tampa School, facebook.com/Tampa School. You'll find it. Share, like, and comment on the live stream, and we're going to pick before the end of the show a winner who's going to get the question simulator for 6 months free. Again, if you don't want to participate in the giveaway, just go to questionsimulator.com. You can demo it, you can try it out, you can also buy it for $87, or like, comment, and share on the Facebook post. We're going to be giving away the question simulator. And look, you also want to watch today's episode because we're going to talk about how to use practice questions, the problems that exist with practice questions, and how you can overcome those problems to really make using practice questions one of the best ways to get you prepared for your exam. So my name is John Carissimo. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. Really excited to talk to you about practice questions and passing the exam today. Stay tuned. We're giving away the question simulator. Like, comment, and share. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
You are watching Ask the Instructor. Absorb the knowledge. Become the expert.
Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. My name is John Carissimo. The show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. Brought to you specifically today by our question simulator. If you're just tuning in, we're giving away the question simulator. You just have to like, comment, and share the Facebook post. Now, again, if you're watching somewhere else, go to facebook.com/Tampa School, facebook.com/Tampa School. Like, comment, and share. And before the end of the show, we're going to be giving somebody the question simulator completely for free. If you don't win or you just want to go buy it, go to questionsimulator.com and you can check it out. But look, if you've already got the question simulator, this is still going to be useful for you today because this is going to show you how to use practice questions to be prepared for success. To be prepared for success. So what is the purpose of practice questions? You know, I had somebody that I talked to maybe about a week or two ago that said, you know, I just took like this little cheap budget online course, and a broker that I'm joining recommended that I do practice questions. And so what he did is he just went and Googled practice questions and practice exams. And there's a lot of confusing information out there. If you're just going to Google practice questions, even if you Google Florida real estate exam practice questions, you're going to come across so much information. I've done this. I've Googled that before. And so here are the problems with questions. There's a few problems with practice questions. Number one, and this is for your Florida real estate exam, so number one problem is a lot of these questions are not Florida specific. So a lot of these questions are not Florida specifics. When you come across just free practice exams or free practice questions that you find, a lot of schools will use a nationwide publisher that publishes exam prep materials throughout the country. And what happens then if you're getting into one of these nationwide systems, it might be a reputable school, but are they specific to Florida? Because something you'll find, and anybody that's had a license in another state that comes to Florida, we talk to them all the time. We've helped many people from other states get a real estate license in Florida, and it's usually harder when they already have a real estate license in another state because Florida law is so different. So Florida law is extremely different than most other states, which is why you do not want any national product. You don't want any national exam prep tools. National exam prep tools are usually going to do you more harm than good for a Florida exam because Florida is so different than what the rest of the country does. So you want to make sure it's Florida specific. That's the number one problem I see with practice question. Number two problem with practice questions is people will study the questions. Do not study questions. Do not study the questions. You do not want to study questions. You want to use questions. So what's the difference now between studying practice questions and using practice questions? Studying practice questions, and look, if you've done this before as you're studying for your real estate exam, you do not want to look at questions, answer the question, and then go back and just reread that question or reread the wrong answers. A lot of times the wrong answers, even on your actual exam, on your state exam or class exam, even on the actual exams, the wrong answers will sometimes be information that you didn't have in the course, that you didn't learn in the course, that you didn't cover in the course because they're just pulling out outside information and sometimes even information that's made up as a wrong answer. So what you've got to remember with practice questions is there's 3 times as many wrong answers as there are right answers. There's 3 times as many wrong answers as there are right answers for every practice questions when it's structured A, B, C, and D, just like your exam would be. So you don't want to focus on studying the question. Number one, there's 3 times as many wrong answers. Number two, in addition to there being 3 times as many wrong answers, there's also, these questions are designed to be super specific. They're super specific. The questions are very specific for a very specific application of the key concept. So you do not want to study the practice questions. You want to study key points. And that leads me to the next problem with most practice questions is you don't have any explanation. So problem number 3 with most practice questions is the question will maybe say whether it's A, B, C, or D. Whether it's A, B, C, or D. But that's it. It doesn't give you the reason why it's A, or why it's B, or why it's C, or why it's D. And a lot of times if you just Google a practice exam, it'll tell you, okay, B is the right answer, but then you're stuck there trying to figure out why B is the right answer. And what happens then is, again, you go back to studying practice questions and you're remembering that very specific question. And the question simulator we offer and no practice exams out there are going to give you the questions for your exam. The state exam, they keep that under lock and key. So it's super confidential. The only people that see the questions on the state exam, aside from the psychometricians who design this exam, are the people taking the exam. You only see it 100 questions at a time. They have a bank of thousands of questions they pull from. So you don't want to study the questions. You want to use the questions to see if you know this information. If you're able to get it right, if you're able to get it wrong. If you get it wrong, Don't study the question, study the explanation behind that key point. And this leads me to problem number 4 with most practice questions is if you try to simulate an exam, meaning that you're simulating doing a 100 question practice exam, the problem with doing a 100 question practice exam is that you wait until the end typically to check your answers. So that's problem number 4, waiting to check answers. You don't want to wait to check your answer. You want to check your answer right there in that moment so that way you could correct whatever misunderstanding it is that you have. And you're able to correct that misunderstanding when you have an explanation. So these are the 4 primary problems I see with practice questions, with people just doing practice questions that they're finding online, that they're Googling. Number 1, are they even Florida specific? And we could go stick right in here as well. Even if it is Florida specific, the laws change every day. So is the information current? Or is it outdated? That's another problem. I've seen some of these free practice exams you could find, and there's outdated information where the laws have changed. And sometimes it's like, this law changed 10 years ago. How old is this practice exam? So you want to make sure it's Florida specific. You want to make sure it's current and up to date to, right now we're in 2019, so you want something that's current and up to date with 2019 material that's being tested on the exams. You don't want to study the questions. You want to use the questions. The questions could be extremely powerful, but you don't want to study them. You want to use them to see if you know what they're asking about. And if you get it wrong or you have to guess, that's where you want to study the key points in the explanation to that question. But if you don't have an explanation, then you're going to be sitting there scratching your head trying to figure out why that answer is the right answer and why the wrong answers are wrong. So you need to have explanations with practice questions. And number 4 is waiting to check your answers. Waiting to check your answers. Do not do a bunch of questions and check your answer at the end. Because by the time you get through, let's say, 100 questions and you go back to check your answers, you probably have no idea why you picked what you did for that question. Because you just did so many questions. You want to catch yourself in the moment. To catch yourself with, okay, that's why I got this wrong. That's why I've got this wrong. Okay, aha. That's what it is. And right there, right after you answer that question, when you get that explanation right away, you're able to correct your misunderstanding. So I would say these are the 4 biggest problems with practice questions with all this up here. And we could really break these down even more, but these are the biggest things where there's a lot of ways that practice questions could actually do more harm than good. But this is why we designed our question simulator. We used to use one of these nationwide publisher question bank things where it gives you a bunch of practice questions, but there are a lot of problems with it. So number 1, it was a national type of company publishing this. And while they said the questions were Florida specific, they weren't the best questions. They were better than nothing, but they weren't the best questions. And I'll admit that we used to use that up until last year, really. Well, last year is when we released and launched our question simulator. And then the problem with that as well is because we were dealing with a big company, we would come across information that might have gone out of date, or that we would come across information that was just wrong for whatever reason, and we would contact that publisher to update the question, and it would be like sometimes a month before they could get it updated. So that's something you find it a lot. And I don't want to mention the name of this company that we're talking about, but there's a lot of these nationwide companies out there. And the one that I'm referencing that we used to use, most real estate schools use this nationwide publisher for textbooks as well as exam prep materials. So the other problem with it was it gave you the option of seeing the explanation right away or waiting until the end. And that's a problem in and of itself, because then it goes back to waiting to check your answers. And sometimes those explanations weren't even that good. So last year, and really before that, last year is when we officially launched. It was about a year ago. I think back at the last October of 2018 is when we launched our question simulator. And this question simulator, there's over 700 practice questions in there. And myself, as well as the other instructors here at Tampa School of Real Estate, who are Florida-specific FREC certified instructors, we wrote not only the questions, but the answers in this based on all of our knowledge and expertise we have on the Florida real estate exam. So I'm going to tell you more about the question simulator and really show you how to take advantage of this system if you're thinking about getting it, or if you I get it, if you're tight on funds and you're trying to make things happen on a budget, like, comment, and share our Facebook post. So this is something we've never done before with Ask the Instructor or any of our live streams. We're giving away the question simulator. We're giving away the question simulator, but you've got to like, comment, and share this Facebook post. Go to facebook.com/Tampa School if you're not already watching on Facebook. Like, comment, and share the Facebook post, and stay watching. Stay tuned in here because you got to be watching live to be able to win. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. After that, we're going to talk about the question simulator, but stick with us. We're giving away the question simulator today. I'm John Chrismo. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
The most powerful tool to study for your real estate exam is the Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate. We've used our years of experience in preparing students for the Florida real estate exam to bring you the most powerful exam study tool available. In the Question Simulator, you'll be able to go directly to a particular unit so you can focus on the sections where you need the most practice. We have also included the percentages of each unit so you know which units are the most important for your real estate exam. Every question will immediately give you detailed feedback, which is almost always more important than the question or the answer themselves. After completing all the questions in a particular unit, you can go through question by question and review any that you've gotten wrong. You could also print out a report at the end of each quiz. The Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate is 100% mobile compatible, so you can practice with test questions anywhere you have your phone with you. Enroll now at questionsimulator.com and get ready to pass your exam.
Hey, welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. My name is John Chrismo. This show is brought to you by the Tampa School of Real Estate. We're here every single Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern Time, to help you understand the technical side of the real estate industry. And what we're talking about today is using practice questions to pass your exam. We just were talking about the problems with using practice questions, about making sure they're Florida specific, that it's not outdated, that you're not studying questions, you're using questions, and you're studying the explanations and the key points as to why you got those questions wrong, and you're not waiting to check your answers. Those are the biggest problems with practice questions. Now, before we talk about our question simulator some more, and we're giving away the question simulator. Again, you've got to like, comment, and share this Facebook post at facebook.com/Tampa School. Like, comment, and share, and we're giving away, we're about halfway through the stream, a little bit more than halfway through the stream, so in like 15 minutes, we're going to be giving away the question simulator. If you don't want to win it, just go to questionsimulator.com. You can buy it. It's only $87, and it's the best study tool that we offer. There's no single tool that does more than our question simulator. That's always what I would first recommend over any of our study tools because it's got so much packed into it. We're going to talk about that in a second, but first and foremost, I just want to give some shout outs to everybody commenting in all these potentials for possibly winning this. I don't know, maybe we should pick the best comment on here too because you guys got some good comments. So we've got Thandui, I apologize if I'm butchering that. I feel like I am. Finished the real estate coursework. I know the question simulator will be helpful in preparing me for the Florida state exam. And yeah, it definitely is. This is, out of all of our study tools, this is what we sell the most of is our question simulator. And again, this is what I would recommend first and foremost before you do anything else. Yemis, yeah, you could use the questions. Everybody could use the questions. If you want to pass your Florida real estate exam, you want this question simulator. We've got Jania Jackson. I'm scheduled to take my state exam this Friday, and the question simulator will be super helpful in helping me prepare. Yeah, it definitely is. And with that question simulator, we've got over 700 practice questions in there. And we've got it also broken down by unit. So you could go to a particular unit. So if you know there's a certain unit you're struggling with, you could jump directly into that unit, do the practice questions in that unit. And again, the whole point here is not to study the questions, it's to use the questions. So this is a great thing to do before you go take your exam because what it'll do is it'll show you where you're weak. It'll show you your weaknesses by you doing these questions. And the goal isn't to just get them right. The goal is to understand your weaknesses, to use the practice questions to understand your weaknesses so you can go back and study those key points. Oh, Norma, I like this one here. I need the stimulation with the simulator's questions to stimulate me to pass the state exam. That's definitely a contender, I think, for the best comment, Norma. So I really appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in here. We got Anita. I need the exam simulator. Des, hi. Chris Cerna, I'm ready to pass my exam. Hey, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you pass your exam. Brandy, you want the simulator? It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, we've got a really great demo video of it, and that's just the demo video of it. Wait till you actually see the actual simulator. Des, oh, he's got a birthday coming up. I mean, that's maybe a contender for a good comment. I don't know. I like the stimulate with the simulate and all that other stuff that Norma was talking about. Andrea Choi, definitely yes and yes, ready to pass with flying colors. You know, that's the goal. Pass it on your first try. Super helpful. Yes, it is. Best real estate school. Thank you, Sakuro. Again, apologize if I'm butchering that. Socorro, Maynard. Yeah, we appreciate it. We've got tons of reviews, and that's because we do so much for our students. That's why we're here every Wednesday and Friday. I mean, obviously today we're promoting our question simulator, but if you watch any of our other episodes of Ask the Instructor, I mean, any type of math it is that you want to know how to do, we've got an Ask the Instructor episode on doing that. We're here every Wednesday and Friday to talk about how to build a successful real estate business so you could be our success stories. We want to make you successful, even if you didn't get started with us. Look, even if you're not a Tampa School of Real Estate student, you could enter this contest, like, comment, and share this post, and you're going to be entered to win the question simulator. God, we've got so many comments in here. So make sure you're commenting, and sharing. We're giving away the question simulator today. This is something we've never done before. We'll probably do it again. I don't know, though. Maybe not. I mean, this is the question simulator. I mean, we sell tons of these every single day. If you want to just go buy it, you go to questionsimulator.com and buy it. But let's talk a little bit about the question simulator. So we designed this. We designed the question simulator. This is our own exclusive product. There is no other school that uses the same question simulator that Tampa School of Real Estate uses. We wrote the questions. We designed the system to test you in this fashion that solves these problems. So number one, it's written by FREC certified Florida real estate instructors who only teach Florida real estate. So it's all specific just to Florida, and not just specific to Florida laws, but specific to the Florida real estate exam. And we keep this information super up to date. It takes us all of like 2 minutes when we've got to go and update and change something in that question simulator to update or change a certain question. And on top of that, so when we launched our question simulator back last October of 2018, when we launched it, I mean, we really did so much like proofreading and checking and really going back through and having different people look at questions to make sure explanations made sense. But as we launched our question simulator, and we've got people that were using the question simulator, and they would chat with us, because you get live chat as well when you have our question simulator. If you've got a more specific question or something doesn't make sense, you could live chat in with us and ask us that question. And we used those questions we're getting asked to go back in and make that question simulator even better. So this is something we're constantly revising and updating to be not only Florida specific, but the best and most powerful tool to study for your exam. Again, the big emphasis is not to study these questions. That's why we put so many questions in there. Why there's over 700 questions, so that way you're not doing the same question twice. And if you've gone through all those 700 questions, here's something that I strongly urge and recommend you to do. So when you go into our question simulator, we do give you the ability to retake the questions. So if you want to do it again, if you want to start fresh on a set of questions, so we've got it also broken down by unit. Units 1 through 19, that'll match up right with the FREC syllabus, right with your course. If you want to go into a particular unit and do those practice questions, you could do that. And once you go through all the questions in a particular unit, say there's 50 questions for whatever that chapter is, that you go through and you do those 50 questions, I do not recommend that you do those questions again, at least not for a while. So it's okay to have wrong answers. You want to get questions wrong in the question simulator because it's a test. It's a test. That's what it is. It's a test. You're doing test questions to test yourself. So you could use the questions to find out what you need to study. You don't want to study the questions. What I would recommend is that you do like a screenshot. You could use this question simulator on your phone, on a tablet, on a computer, whatever works best and easiest for you. It'll save wherever it is you left off. You've got your own login. You could log in and access it. So you could go take a screenshot of that explanation, because every time you answer a question, right away, it's going to pop up with an explanation. You'll do the question right away. It's going to give you the explanation. It's going to tell you why that question, the answer is the way it is. But mainly, it's going to focus on that key point. So what you want to do is you want to get some questions wrong. And if you don't know it, Maybe purposely. If you're just guessing, maybe purposely guess wrong, so that way you know that question is wrong. And this is going to help for 700 questions in the simulator. It took us a ton of time. We were writing questions for this for over a year to get the simulator live. And we really wanted these to be good questions that we've heard from students in the past that some of the questions, it's about using the question to see if you get it right or wrong. So that way you're not waiting until the actual exam to test yourself. Because you could do that. You could wait until the actual exam to test yourself, but here's what's going to happen. You're not going to get explanations right away as to why you got that wrong. The state exam, you go in there, you take your 100 questions, you walk out and you hope that paper says pass. But that's it. You don't find out what it is that you've got wrong. And if you want to go back to review it, you could pay to review it, but it doesn't even give you explanations. It just tells you that this was the right answer. And you can't even take notes or write anything down. So that really isn't ideal to actually study, whereas our question simulator, you could pull it right out on your phone. Whenever it is you've got a minute, go to questionsimulator.com. You could log right in through questionsimulator.com, and you could maybe just do one of the smaller sections if you only have a couple minutes to practice with. And you could go through there and do some practice questions. And again, the point is to get some wrong so you know what you need to study. Because once you're getting them right, and you're getting them right at first glance, that's how you know that you're ready on that section, that you have a good understanding and you can apply those key points in the context of the question. So again, we designed this to give you explanations right away. There's no option. We don't allow you to shut that off. You get an explanation right away because we know that's going to be what works best. You don't want to wait after doing 100 questions of a practice exam and then find out if you got which one's right or wrong at the end of 100 questions, at the end of 3 hours. Think of what you were doing 3 hours ago. Do you remember exactly and specifically what state of mind and what you were thinking 3 hours ago? No, you don't. Whereas if you catch yourself right in the moment as you did that question and you got that one wrong, you could correct your understanding right there. And then again, you want to leave that as a wrong answer. You don't want to go back and redo it and get it right. You want to leave that wrong because that's going to be the flags, the things it is that you need to go back and look through again to make sure that you're 100% on that chapter. So you want wrong answers. You want some of those answer choices to be wrong so that way you know which ones you need to go back and study. If you get them all right and you just do them until you get them right, you're really kind of cheating yourself in that. You're lying to yourself by just going through and doing it again and again and again until you get those questions right, because now you don't know what you need to go back and study. Whereas when you do get some questions wrong, that's good. You want to fail these practice questions so that way you could correct your understanding that is a misunderstanding. So if you get it wrong or you have to guess, those are the ones you want to focus on. And like I said, you could screenshot that and you could save those so that way you could flip through those screenshots and just look at those explanations. Don't even worry about the question anymore. Focus on the explanations as to why you got it right or wrong, because those are the key points that are much simpler, much more basic that you need to remember, that you'll then have to apply in a more complex, more specific question like you would on your exam, just like the question simulator is doing. So look, we're almost out of time for today. We're going to take one more commercial break, but this is your last chance. This is your last chance if you want to win the question simulator. If you don't care about winning it, questionsimulator.com, give us $87. We'll give you the question simulator for 6 months. Easy as that. Or if you're feeling lucky today, like, comment, and share our Facebook live stream. So we're live right now on Facebook. You got to go to facebook.com/Tampa School, facebook.com/Tampa School. Just search for Tampa School of Real Estate on Facebook even. Make sure you're sharing, liking, and commenting this post on Facebook. We're about to pick the winner, so stick with us. I'm John Chrismo. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
The most powerful tool to study for your real estate exam is the question simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate. We've used our years of experience in preparing students for the Florida real estate exam to bring you the most powerful exam study tool available. In the question simulator, you'll be able to go directly to a particular unit so you can focus on the sections where you need the most practice. We have also included the percentages of each unit so you know which units are the most important for your real estate exam. Every question will immediately give you detailed feedback, which is almost always more important than the question or the answer themselves. After completing all the questions in a particular unit, you can go through question by question and review any that you've gotten wrong. You could also print out a report at the end of each quiz. The question simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate is 100% mobile compatible, so you can practice with test questions anywhere you have your phone with you. Enroll now at questionsimulator.com and get ready to pass your exam.
Hey, welcome back. Choking on ice here. Welcome back to this week's episode of Ask the Instructor. My name is John Carismo, and today only, first time ever on any of our live streams, we are giving away our question simulator. And this isn't something that we have to give away. We're giving this away. I mean, honestly, look, here's the reason for us, because we want to promote our question simulator. We're only picking one winner, so hopefully all you guys out there, we actually are going to message you a special promo code that'll give you a little discount on this here in case you don't win. So that way we could still help you out, and thank you guys for commenting and tuning in today's shows. But really, you should be tuning in to Ask the Instructor every Wednesday if you're studying for your exam. We've got a ton of videos you could do to go through and watch this, and we talk about the real side of real estate as well. Once you've got your license, how you're going to hold open houses, how you're going to close clients quicker. We've got all this content that we do every single day here at the Tampa School of Real Estate, because again, we want you to be successful. We want to see you succeed. And look, last chance, we're about to end today's stream. We're about to pick the winner. We're putting everything in a little box with your names on it, so we're going to draw out a name. You got to like, comment, and share on Facebook, facebook.com/Tampa School. Like, comment, and share this stream, and you might just win that question simulator for free. So look, what I want to do is recap what we've been talking about today. So again, the problems with practice questions. Number one, make sure your questions are specific to Florida. And not just specific to Florida law, but specific to the Florida real estate exam. And make sure the information is current. If this is an exam from even 2 years ago, it's probably going to have some outdated information on it, where you could be studying the wrong information. That's another big thing with our question simulator. We've got it broken down by unit. You know which chapters. All you've got to do is look at the overview, and you can jump to any one of these sections at any time. You just got to look at the overview, and it'll show you which sections are 12%, which sections are only 1%, which sections are 8%, 5%, 7%, all the different percentages. So that way you can structure your studying to make sure that you've got those most important chapters. There's 2 chapters that are both 12%. The other 99 questions. And that's why you want to gear your studying towards the sections that are most important. And one of the things in our question simulator, in addition to having all the questions broken down by unit, we've actually got a 100 question simulated exam that pulls from each of the units with the correct ratios. Like, there'll be on that 100 questions, there will be 12 questions from contracts, there'll be 12 questions from brokerage activities, there'll be 7 questions from brokerage relationships, there'll be 1% or 1 question from chapter 1 on the real estate business. So we match those same ratios that you get on your state exam when you use the simulated practice exam in the question simulator. And again, this works on your phone, it works on tablets, it works on computers, anything like that. So look, if you don't win today, like I said, we're going to message you right through Facebook. We're going to send you a little special, get you some money off of this for everybody that's in second place for like, comment, and sharing. But we haven't picked the winner yet. If it's your lucky day, you still have a chance. So we're going to take one more commercial break, and when we come back, we're choosing the winner. We're going to do a drawing right here, live on the air. You got to like, you've got to comment, you've got to share on Facebook, facebook.com/Tampa School. Like, comment, and share. We're giving away the question simulator. Stick with us. I'm John Carismo. You're watching Ask the Instructor.
The most powerful tool to study for your real estate exam is the question simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate. We've used our years of experience in preparing students for the Florida real estate exam to bring you the most powerful exam study tool available. In the question simulator, you'll be able to go directly to a particular unit so you can focus on the sections where you need the most practice. We have also included the percentages of each unit so you know which units are the most important for your real estate exam. Every question will immediately give you detailed feedback, which is almost always more important than the question or the answer themselves. After completing all the questions in a particular unit, you can go through question by question and review any that you've gotten wrong. You could also print out a report at the end of each quiz. The question simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate is 100% mobile compatible, so you can practice with test questions anywhere you have your phone with you. Enroll now at questionsimulator.com and get ready to pass your exam.
All right, here we are. we've got all the names in this little box here of everybody that's liked, commented, and shared. And I don't know if you could see the names on there, but there's a bunch of different names in there, so we're not rigging this competition or anything like that. Everybody in the studio here, they're all rooting for Chad. Chad, I don't know what you said. Where's Chad's comment? What did he say? Is he up towards the top? Just want to read his comment real quick here.
They're funny.
See, what did Chad say? Simulate me. Chad wants to be simulated. Look, you can simulate yourself. Just go to questionsimulator.com. You can simulate yourself. You don't need me to stimulate your simulation. Just go to questionsimulator.com and I'll stimulate your simulations all day, because I wrote like over half of those questions in those Question Simulator. And not only that, but also the explanations. And look, a great thing, just to throw another plug in here for today, is our MP3 audio review. If you like the sound of my sweet, sultry voice, go to mp3audioreview.com. You can get 5 hours of me reading to you the key points. Not really reading, performing the key points, I should say. Performing the key points. We've also got our weekend prep recording, also featuring yours truly at liveprepclass.com. Liveprepclass.com. You could get our whole 14-hour weekend prep class in a recorded format. All these things are designed to go hand in hand together with our pass first try strategy. But again, the first thing I'd recommend over everything is the Question Simulator, because not only does it give you the ability to test yourself, it gives you the ability to fix it. It gives you the explanations right then and there. So that way you can get some questions wrong and you know what it is that you've got to do to correct your understanding here. So look, we're about to pick here. Chad, they're rooting for you, but there's a lot of names in this box, so we'll see who it is. I'm not going to look. I'm just going to pick one of these out here. And the winner today of the Question Simulator, and what you got to do is call in to get access to this. So hopefully you're still watching. Call in at 813-333-2676. Even if you have questions about the simulator or any of this, or you want to get your real estate license, we could help you out. 813-333-2676. The winner of today is Jimmy Maynard. So Jimmy Maynard, I don't know if you guys could read that right there. Jimmy Maynard, you've got a free Question Simulator, so call us up here, Jimmy Maynard, 813-333-2676. Like I said, everybody else that was tuning in today, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. We might do this again. So watch our emails. Watch our Facebook. Make sure you hit that bell icon, because, you know, we got a lot of people tuning in today, and we like that. We want to help you. So not only everybody that liked, commented, and shared will send you a message with a little special discount for you guys helping out today, but on top of that, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Make sure you hit that bell icon on Facebook. So if we do this again, which I think we might do this again, maybe not for the Question Simulator, maybe some of our other study tools, I don't know. We'll see. Hit that bell icon so that way you get notified whenever it is that we go live. You don't miss out on any of this stuff. We're going to be back on Friday for State of Real Estate. And State of Real Estate, this is our weekly live stream to mastermind to grow your real estate business. So once you've got your real estate license, how you're going to go make some money about it. So congratulations, Jimmy Maynard. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in today. Remember, Jimmy, call in 813-333-2676 and we'll get you set up with your Question Simulator. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on Friday for State of Real Estate.
The most powerful tool to study for your real estate exam is the Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate. We've used our years of experience in preparing students for the Florida real estate exam to bring you the most powerful exam study tool available. In the Question Simulator, you'll be able to go directly to a particular unit so you can focus on the sections where you need the most practice. We have also included the percentages of each unit so you know which units are the most important for your real estate exam. Every question will immediately give you detailed feedback, which is almost always more important than the question or the answer themselves. After completing all the questions in a particular unit, you can go through question by question and review any that you've gotten wrong. You could also print out a report at the end of each quiz. The Question Simulator from Tampa School of Real Estate is 100% mobile compatible, so you can practice with test questions anywhere you have your phone with you. Enroll now at questionsimulator.com and get ready to pass your exam.